The playoffs have descended upon the Cal Ripken League, and tonight, a series-deciding game with a trip to the semifinals on the line. Hello and welcome, everybody. Cody Wagner, so glad you can join us tonight for what's sure to be a roller coaster ride right here on the Senators Baseball Network. Well, got an opportunity to sit down with Senators head coach Scott Middleton before this one. Here's how that sounded. Pre-game between the Senators and Grays here with head coach Scott Middleton. Coach, glad that you can be with us. And how did you like the other night at home to close out the season and get this number 4 seed, how the team played? Of course, you had the game last night, almost an exhibition in a way, but how'd you like that final game that every team played in the regular season?
It was fun. Unexpected injury with Jace, and I hope he's doing well. But with Dawson came in, did well, actually did outstanding. He's typically a 1-2 inning guy, and he threw 80-some pitches, and he did outstanding. And then, wow, Kale. The funny thing about that is Kale came up to me, and he was like, I want to pitch, and I was like, man, you gotta get coach on the phone before I let a position player go out there. And he called him up right then and there and gave the blessing. So, Coach Nichols is he helped me out there, and Kale came in and dominated. But the boys had fun, and I think they just played loose that game, and great things happened. The same thing last night. It was once again 2 pitchers that we weren't expecting. We only used 2 guys, and the guys it went out there and just played loose and had fun.
I know we've talked about between one another, but just how big for you as a resource has Coach Nichols been over at Middle Tennessee State?
I've known Coach Nichols for a long time, ever since I started coaching JUCO ball back in 2014, 2013, somewhere in there. And I met Coach Nichols when he was at Erskine, and we stayed in contact with each other when he went to Charleston, now Middle Tennessee. So it's definitely a great connection to have. Love the family to death. Outside of baseball, we always have good conversations. So, but no, it's huge. It's huge. It's almost like, like last year when we had P.J. Hughes on the team, and, his dad came to the game and stuff, P. Hughes. So, it's good to have those kind of connections, and, I'm always going to constantly stay in contact with them, and every year go back to them.
And now you've got Chet Bowling back on the team. He's recovered from an injury. Do you have sort of a status update on him, how he's feeling, what's going on with Chet? It's just fantastic to have his big power bat back in the lineup.
Yeah, yesterday, first game, he came back the game before, but obviously he didn't play. I DH'd him yesterday, and that's all he can really do is right now DH. But he's feeling good. Still some little bit of soreness, but no, he can swing it, he can run. Can't put him in the field right now, which is fine. But shoot, first time for seeing live in 3 weeks, and he came out 2 for 3 yesterday with the walk.
Yep.
His approach was simple. Didn't try to do too much yesterday, and it showed. He had a great day, but it's big to have Chet back in this lineup, especially right at playoff time. So he's a big bat.
And how nice was yesterday, kind of a little tune-up, and especially for you being in that position, getting to see Chet play a little bit?
It was a nice tune-up game and stuff, but, it was good for, going back to Chet, it was really good for Chet to get some live, get some other guys, some ABs, and let them, get some more, see live and get some guys out of the game. But overall, it was a nice little relaxing game on both sides, us and the Aces. And, just get some work in, And that's what, that was all about, a nice little 7-inning game. So it was nice to come out with a win.
Yeah. And then how do you handle this team, right? They're kind of a unique challenge, different from a lot of the other teams in the league. They like to run. In fact, they love to run, second most stolen bases in the league. And then they also hit more triples than they hit home runs. Not a team that's going to necessarily light it up with power bats, but they get on a lot and they wreak havoc on the base pass. How do you handle this unique challenge?
Yeah, they're fast. Pitchers and catchers, they both have to be aware of it. We can't have like the other night when crop dusters ran all over us. Well, I think it was 12 stolen bases. Our pitchers can't be sitting at a 1.65, 1.7, with runners on first or runners on first and second. I mean, anybody can take that. So, we got to be mindful of who's on base. Pitchers got to check over, change things up every so often. But we got to get the ball to the catcher faster. Give the catcher a chance to at least throw him out. And Jax, he's got a hell of an arm back there. And if you give Jax the opportunity, and we've seen it earlier in the season, Jax is going to throw you out.
Yep.
If he has the opportunity, he's going to throw you out.
Yep. And then to touch on the pitching situation tonight, you got Nick Wimberly getting the start. Just talk a little bit about this kid and how fantastic he is, especially the slider. That is his wipeout pitch, and it seems to get nearly everyone.
Yeah, Nick, this is going to be Nick's third time seeing this team, So, for Nick, and everybody knows, even the players have talked about it, it's the third time seeing him. But, Nick's going to be fine. Nick knows what he's going to be doing out there. And, I have all the trust in Nick. I mean, that's why he's back facing these guys for the third time. He's going to do his thing, man. Yeah, that's all I can really say about that. Pound the zone, limit the walks, get outs.
Well, thank you, Coach. Pre-game, that's with Scott Middleton before the Senators and Grays do battle this evening. Southern Maryland and D.C., glad to have you with us. Starting lineups coming up after this. Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today. As promised before the break, let's get you your starting lineups this evening. For the technical visitors, the Grays tonight, albeit we're over at Woodbridge High School, so kind of a unique situation this evening because the Senators cannot play at Regency Furniture Stadium due to the Blue Crabs playing this evening. With the starting lineup, it starts off with Joe Marini, followed by Ryan Sung. He will be the shortstop batting second. In the 3 spot, Tanner Wolpert is the first baseman. In the cleanup spot, Andy Rivera, the right fielder. Playing third base, hitting fifth is Joey Chitla. In the 6th spot, the DH, Jack McMullen. Playing center field and batting 7th is Mark Quarry. In the 8 hole, the second baseman, Tyler Wiltsey. And rounding out the order, hitting 9th and playing catcher, Aiden Ellis. Making the start this evening for the Grays will be Kamani Davis, through most recently on Sunday. So a quick turnaround for Davis this evening. He'll try to give his best for the DC Grays. On the other side, for your Southern Maryland Senators, it's led off by Nick Flores, the shortstop, followed by Adam Truck hitting second. He's the center fielder. As always, Logan Tribble will hit third and play left field. The first baseman, Steven Krause, will bat fourth. The DH, Chet Bowling, he's back with the team, batting fifth. In the 6th hole, Danny Serwick, the third baseman. Batting seventh and playing right field is Carter Groen. In the 8-hole, Jax Nichols, the catcher, playing second base, and rounding out the order in the ninth spot, Cale Vinson. Making the start, the best pitcher on the team, Nick Wimberly. Team's batting just 140 against Nick Wimberly. He's been fantastic all season. A 2-1 record and an 0.96 whip. That's walks plus hits divided by innings pitched. Pretty much just the amount of runners you allow on per inning. Anything below 1 is elite. Wimberly is right there at 0.96. Well, let's get you a little bit of this Cal Ripken League playoff picture. Tonight, the Senators are playing the Grays. Senators, the technical home team, as I mentioned a moment ago. And then the Crop Dusters, they're at home against the Thunderbolts this evening. Thunderbolts last night took down the Gaithersburg Giants. Winner of that goes on to play the Aces. And then the winner here between the Grays and Senators will play the Big Train in a 3-game series starting tomorrow night. Well, we're going to send you to break and be back with first pitch. You won't want to miss this postseason matchup. Grays and Senators coming your way on the Senators Baseball Network. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine. Their commitment to serving customers is priority one. If you or your child is searching for a youth baseball team, you're looking in the right place. The Maryland Senators Elite Travel Baseball Team competes in tournaments and showcases around the country. Featuring teams from 8 to 18U, the Senators work hard to prepare players for the next level by teaching confidence, a winning attitude, and the importance of character by being a great student, teammate, and individual. Get more information by searching MarylandSenators.com, the place to be for travel baseball in Maryland. In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal. The newest addition to the Senators family is the Maryland Lady Senators softball team. With an 18U team forming, 14U and 10U teams, the Lady Senators coaches and staff strive to help players reach their fullest potential both on and off the field. With the team just finishing their second season, you can join in the future by registering at ladysenators.com. Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. Playing game between two teams that have split the season series. Senators have won 3, Grays have won 3. Well, it's a big matchup this evening with a whole ton of playoff implications. Winner goes to the semifinals tomorrow night against the Bethesda Big Train, best team in the league this season. Senators on the mound, they go to the best guy they got, Nick Wimberly. Team's batting 140 against him. Wimberly has been fantastic all season, just wiping out opposing batters. He has been a tough guy to touch. Joe Marini will lead things off for the DC Grays. The 6-foot, 190 right-hander kicks in, offers the first pitch. A called strike on the outer edge, and with that, we are off and running from Woodbridge High School. Nick Wimberly, fastball, slider, changeup. Most prominently features the fastball and slider, 0-1. Swinging and a bouncer foul down the left side. Well, Marini joined the team about halfway through the season, but boy, has he been a revelation for the Grays. 7 for his last 15 at the plate. It's really been something special. Last night, Grays were victorious over the Metro South County Braves. 0-2. Outside with a heater. Nick Wimberly's going to throw a whole lot of fastballs, and he's going to find the zone with them. That's sort of his MO. Said that growing up, he wasn't allowed to learn a new pitch until he had mastered the one before. Comes from a baseball family. The pitch. Outside. 2-2. Just underway from Woodbridge High School. No outs, top of the first inning. Joe Marini leading things off. Had a big 3-hit game on Sunday against T-Bolts. 2-2, outside. Marini, not a guy that walks a ton, but boy, is he hit incredibly well in his short time with the Grays. Batting .325. Joined the team back on July 7th. Payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. So leadoff man aboard on a walk.
Now batting, Ryan Sung.
And maybe the only thing that's burnt Wimberly at moments throughout this season is the walks. That's really the only knock you could have against this kid who has been fantastic all season. Only 13 across 27 innings, but they've certainly been inopportune. The pitch, fastball strike. Wimberly works out of the stretch regardless, but now does so with a man on the base pass. The 0-1. Swinging a pop-up foul behind home. Ryan Sung at the plate, hitting second this evening. Been great recently. 5 of his last 9, 6 runs batted in, and he is an ultimate speedster. 33 steals this season. That's the most in the Cal Ripken League. And Sung will go any opportunity he gets, as will most of this team. Yet Marini at first. He's not too much of a threat. Just 1 steal on the campaign. Gray's second in the league in steals, only behind the Crop Dusters. 0-2. Just away. Ball 1. Sung has also crushed Southern Maryland pitching this season. 7 for 16. 7 walks. 10 stolen bases. Nearly a third of his steals have come against the Senators. 1-2. Just downstairs. That time, worked the slider down low. It's been quite the competition between these two teams this season and fun to watch. 17-20 Grays, 19-16 Senators. There's a swing and a miss. It's strike 3. First punch out of the evening for Nick Wimberly, and expect a lot more to come. That's something he does at an absolutely incredible rate. Earlier this season, back on July 11th, Nick Wimberly struck out 14 of the 15 outs he got against the Crop Dusters. Faced a total of 22 batters. He walked 5 in that game, but ultimately didn't cost him. First pitch to the left-handed hitting Tanner Wolpert misses away for ball 1. Wimberley a 2-1 record coming in tonight. This is the third time he's faced the Grays. Pitched against them in the most recent meeting 5 days back. The pitch fouled to the screen. In that game, Wimberley was limited due to pitch count through 4 innings, gave up 1 run. They got 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 6 in that contest. Always strikes him out at a high rate. That has remained consistent this whole season. The 1-1. Swinging a soft liner foul down the left side. Runner at first, 1 out. Top of the first inning, Senators and Grays on the Senators Baseball Network. Tanner Wolpert. He's a native of Williston, Vermont. The pitch. Fastball away, 2-2. Only player from Vermont on either team. Rarity to see guys in this league from way up in the Northeast. States like Maine and Vermont don't have a lot of representation in the Cal Ripken League. Heck, not much representation from either of those states in baseball at large. 2-2. Fouled back. There is not one current MLB player that calls Maine or Vermont home. Kind of shocking. Senators, for the recruiting side this season, they went all up and down the East Coast. Number of players from Tennessee. 2-2. Foul tip. And he stays alive. Nichols unable to glove it behind home. Joe Marini at first. Only 1 steal this season. He has played in 12 games with the squad, joined halfway through. Tanner Wolpert, another one of these guys who's become the everyday first baseman. Here it comes. Swinging a soft liner into shallow left. Out goes Flores, who will put it away for out number 2. So there's 2 gone at the top of 1, and that'll bring Andy Rivera to the plate. Slowed down a little bit as the season's gone along. Was hitting over 350 through the first 2 weeks of the season. To begin the year as well, Rivera was on a 9-game hitting streak. Recorded a hit in every game to open the campaign. First offering. Takes a fastball strike, center cut. Senators will really try to limit the runners this evening, especially with the speed the Grays use on the base pass. Their head coach, Jack Besser, wants them to run. The pitch. Waved at, strike 2. Rivera was great the first time around against Southern Maryland, a game that the Senators won 8-5. Grays put together some late offense. Rivera also stole 2 bases in the contest. 0-2. Swinging a jam shot up towards the right side. Krause a couple of steps back and will retire the side. So the Grays leave one stranded after a leadoff walk for Joe Marini, and Nick Wimberley off to a clean start this evening. Senators bats for the first time tonight after this short break. 0-0 after the top of 1.
Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search somdbluecrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team.
Bottom of the first inning. First time for the Senators bats tonight. Kamani Davis makes the start for the DC Grays. 1-1 record on the season. 6'3" left-hander out of Xavier University down in Louisiana. First offering is upstairs to start off Nick Flores. Flores, the right-handed hitting shortstop. He's 6-for-20 against the Grays this season. The 0-1 is swung on and flown into right field. Medium deep towards the line goes Rivera. He makes the catch for out number 1. So the leadoff man retired. Senators trying to get base runners this evening. It's something that they've done at a premium rate recently. Senators have won 4 of their last 5. Looking to keep things rocking again tonight. They've gotten some great offense in recent contests. First offering to Truck is a slider strike on the outer edge. For DC, this is their first time in the playoffs since 2022. They lost in the first round. Kick and the pitch. Breaking ball in there at the knees. Strike 2. Jack Besser has really turned things around this season for DC. The 0-2. Low and away. Grays started the season hot, similar to the Senators. Then they slowed down through the middle of things, but they've started to pick it up a little bit recently. 1-2. Swung and lined into center field. A couple of steps to his right goes Quarry. He will make the thigh-high grab for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, Logan Tribble.
No one hotter in the game than Logan Tribble. 13 for his last 24. He's got 7 runs batted in, 4 walks, 6 stolen bases in that time. Boy, he's been tough to keep off base. First offering to Tribble misses in the dirt. Ball 1. He's got a fantastic eye. Told me earlier in the season it's been that way ever since he was young. He's got an impressively low strikeout rate, 8.5%. From the line, the 1-0 backs him up. Ball 2. Tribble, also a big storyline for him early in the season was him reaching in his first 13 plate appearances to begin the year. Not every day you hear that. 2-0. Swinging a bouncer to third. Backhanded by Chitla. Throw over to first. Bounces and unable to glove it is Wolpert. It was a weakly throw ball by Chitla. He was moving towards the third base line. Had to throw off balance, and Wolpert unable to make the stretch on it.
Now batting, Stephen Krause.
So the Senators got a man on with some speed in Logan Tribble. We'll see if he's in motion, something that the Senators have done a lot more recently, stealing bases. Stole a lot to begin the year. The first pitch, Krause swings and misses. Stole a ton at the start of the season, and then about at the midway point, Scott Middleton had a conversation with Justin Hyde because during the 6-game losing streak, Senators just weren't stealing as much. 0-1, low and outside. So he wanted to get these guys much more active on the bases, and it's largely paid off. 15 steals in the final 3 games of the season. That excludes yesterday, which was, in a way, an exhibition game against the Aces. Counts towards the player's stats. 1-1. Swung on and lined towards Wolpert. It's off his glove to the second baseman, Wiltsey, who throws on to Wolpert back on the bag to end the inning. So sort of a pinball to end the first inning, and the Senators are scoreless after one. 0-0 going to the second inning, Grays and Senators in the play-in round in the Cal Ripken League.
If you want to stay up to date with all things Senators, follow the collegiate team's social media accounts. You can follow the team at Southern MD Senators on Instagram or Go SOMD Senators on X to keep up with the team. You'll get score updates, final score graphics, access to articles, and so much more. Go check out the Senators on social media and don't miss a moment this season. Seeking investment management help? Well, look no further than GDS Investments. With over 20 years of experience, Glenn Surwick has the knowledge and experience to help you make informed investment decisions. The company maintains full transparency, allowing you to view your account activity at any time so there are no delays or surprises. Go to gdsinvestments.com today to learn more. GDS Investments, there to guide you when the winds change. Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system.
Two of the top starters for each of these teams. For the Grays, it's Kamani Davis this evening, and then on the Senators side, Nick Wimberly, who has just been fantastic. Teams hitting just 140 against Wimberly. First offering to Joey Chitla. He swings and fouls it off towards the right side. Chitla hitting .309 this season. It's been something else this year. As a college teammate this past season with Logan Tribble over at Wofford College. Had a number of moments together hanging out before and after games, just talking, catching up. 0-1 upstairs. That time he missed with a slider. 3-pitch mix for Wimberly. Fastball, slider, changeup. Most commonly uses those first two, the fastball and the slider. From the belt, though, 1-1. Swinging a pop-up out of play, back behind home. Got a chance to talk to Nick Wimberly on the air a couple of days ago. Was telling me that he comes from a baseball family. In his family, you weren't allowed to throw a new pitch until you had mastered it. Wimberly carries that with him to this day. That's largely the fact why he throws only 3 pitches. 1-2, way up high. 2-2. Rare to see a guy focused in on just throwing elite level pitching in a day and age where guys like Paul Skeens throw 6 pitches. A 2-2. Called strike 3. Got him looking with the heater. Second punch out of the evening for Nick Wimberly. Something he'll do a ton. This brings up Jack McMullen. And for more on Wimberly, he struck out 14 of the 15 outs he got earlier this season back on July 11th against the Crop Dusters. That was after he had already gotten the selection to the All-Star game. First offering, McMullen takes outside, ball 1. Wimberly was telling me that he wasn't sure whether or not he'd be selected to the All-Star game, but he ultimately got the call. That game ended up being rained out, the 1-0, fouled back. Unfortunate that the league wasn't able to showcase some of their top talent, but nonetheless, there will be plenty of that to be had in this playoffs. Top team coming into the postseason is the Big Trade. Winner of this contest plays Bethesda. Kick and the 1-1. Fastball strike. Jack McMullen, regularly a catcher. He split time at catcher with Aiden Ellis in the back half of the season. Ellis gets the start behind the dish this evening, but McMullen able to be the designated hitter. The pitch. Foul tip, strike 3. 2 up, 2 down to begin the top of 2 for Nick Wimberly.
Now batting, Mark Quarry.
This gives way to Mark Quarry. Right-handed hitting center fielder. 1 for 15 against Southern Maryland this season. He's got 3 walks in that time, but has struck out 6. That's a concerning stat for Quarry. He's been punched out 22 times on the season compared to 12 walks. First offering takes a slider on the outer edge, called a strike. Sunny and 82 degrees this evening at Woodbridge High School. What a night for baseball. The 0-1, high and tight. 2 away, top of the second. No score. Senators and Grays. Glad you can be with us on the Senators Baseball Network. Winner of this one tonight goes on to the semifinals tomorrow against the Big Train. That'll be a 3-game series. The 0-1. Swinging a liner out of play down the right side. We'll see how long Nick Wimberly goes this evening. He got a start 5 days ago against this very team, the DC Grays. He threw 4 innings. Pitch count was largely limited because Scott Middleton knew he'd be making the first start in the postseason. 1-2 in the dirt. Wimberly over a strikeout and a half per inning this season. Just unreal. The pitch. Swung and popped into the air, right side, foul territory. Kraus is over there, and he will make the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Wimberly in the second. More from the Senators' bats. 5, 6, 7 coming up.
If you or your child is searching for a youth baseball team, you're looking in the right place. The Maryland Senators Elite Travel Baseball Team competes in tournaments and showcases around the country. Featuring teams from 8 to 18U, the Senators work hard to prepare players for the next level by teaching confidence, a winning attitude, and the importance of character by being a great student, teammate, and individual. Get more information by searching MarylandSenators.com, the place to be for travel baseball in Maryland. Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today.
Glad to have you back. Chet Bowling. He missed a little bit of time with the Senators earlier this season. Didn't play from June 30th until yesterday against the Aces in what was pretty much an exhibition game. First pitch, he swings and fouls it back. First strike 1. Bowling 2 for 3 against the Aces. Great to see that for a guy who hadn't taken a live at-bat for over 3 weeks. Kick in the 0-1. Misses low and outside, 1-1. A 1-1 swung on and lined down into the left field corner. This could be extra bases. Marini corrals it out there. Bowling hustling for second, and he's in safely. Well, for a guy that had some movement troubles, none there apparent. Chet Bowling with a leadoff double in the second. It's exactly why he's batting 5th in this order, and especially great to have him back and being effective in the postseason. Perfect time for Bowling to arrive back in town. He's a local kid as well, so didn't leave town at all, just staying here all summer. First pitch to Serwick, it's a called strike. Kamani Davis, 4-seam fastball, sinker, slider, changeup. High set at the chest. Gray's reading and lettering across it. The 0-1, low and outside. Chet Bowling in scoring position. Didn't have a ton of speed to begin with, and then on top of that, he dealt with a groin injury recently, so that not helping in any way. The 1-1. Swinging a pop-up out of play towards the left side. Well, I'd like to make a correction from a moment ago. If the Thunderbolts are able to beat the Crop Dusters this evening, then they will have to go against the Big Train, and the winner of this game would go against the Aces. So the 1-2, swinging a line shot into the left center field gap. It's a long run and a nice grab by the leaping Marini for out number 1. Had to make it on the backhand side, too. Wow, a long run for Marini, and there's one gone. This brings up Carter Grown, perhaps the most clutch in this whole entire Senators order. He's 3 for 14 at the plate recently. He's produced plenty of big moments this season, despite the batting average being down. Takes the first pitch in the dirt. We'll just have to wait and see how long the left-hander Kamani Davis goes this evening. Most recently threw on Sunday against the T-Bolts. Look at second. Here's 1-0. Check swing and Groen takes outside. 2-0. 1 out, bottom of the second. No score, Senators and Grays. This to punch a ticket to the semifinals tomorrow evening. The pitch. Up and away, ball 3. Groen has really started walking more in recent memory, and he struck out less. It's important for him. Davis takes in a deep breath. His 3-0. Change up in at the knees, strike 1. Groen packs one heck of a punch at the plate. 2 home runs this season. He was tied a season ago for the lead league in homers, had 10. Here he comes. It backs him up for ball 4. 5-pitch walk for Carter Groen, and now there's 2 men on with only 1 out.
Now batting Jax.
And this brings up another dangerous bet. This middle of the order packed full of them. Jax Nichols hitting 8th. It's much lower than what he's hit throughout the season in the order. He's batted 6 at times. And then early in the season was batting 7th. But now back at 8th, he's got an opportunity early to provide some runs. Foul tips strike number 1. Davis, the left-hander, has a high set up at the chest. The pitch, down and away. Count evens a ball and a strike to Jax Nichols. He's out of Motlow State Community College. Didn't play there as a freshman this season. Dealt with a little bit of a hand injury. He's gotten healthy coming into the summer season. Still regularly wraps the hand. 1-1. Slider that drops in, strike 2. Groen and Bowling aboard. Bottom 2. There'll be a lot of tension in this one tonight. Senators, a team that get a lot of extra base hits. Grays, not so much. 1-2. low and inside, 2-2. Compared to the Senators' power hitting ways, DC, a team that likes to do a lot more small ball, second in the league in steals. The pitch. Swinging a liner into center field. That's down in front of Quarry. Bowling will get the stop sign at third, and the bases are juiced with one out in the second. So a red-hot Cale Vincent comes up to the plate. Not only hot at the plate, but he had one heck of a performance on the mound the other night. Vincent went 5 innings, gave up only 1 run. That was to punch the Senators' ticket and give them this 4 seed. First pitch, Vincent takes low and inside. Regardless of getting the bye and the 4 seed, Senators both had to play last night against the Aces as sort of an exhibition game. They also got to play what is on the road this evening at Woodbridge High School. The 1-0, swinging a fly ball deep down the left side, out of play. Despite being at Woodbridge, it is a home game for the Senators. They bat second. Here we are, bottom 2. Chance to come through for Cale Vincent. Bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch. Misses in the dirt, 2-1. Vincent, one of a whole number of these guys from Middle Tennessee State. Calvin Cook also, Logan Bingham, a pitcher with the team. They had Nathan Brewer to begin the season. A lot of injuries for the Senators. 2-1. Swung on a jam shot foul back. With those injuries, though, Scott Middleton has managed them masterfully, bringing this team to the 4 seed in the playoffs. It's certainly been some rocky roads at times. 2-2. Foul back. Yeah, it's not been the smoothest of sailing throughout the season for Southern Maryland. Despite that, they have worked through any troubles that have come their way. 19-16 record on the year. Grays were nipping at their heels at the end of the season. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Vincent swinging. And now there's 2 outs with the bases loaded. Senators really don't want to squander this opportunity. And Nick Flores with a chance to come through. Flew out to right field his first time up. Andy Rivera made a catch nearing foul territory. Gray's defense, though, there's been some concern throughout the season. They've made a decent number of errors, 57 compared to 45 for Southern Maryland. First offering misses in the dirt, and it's away from Ellis. Charging home is Bowling. Head first slide, he's safe. Senators the first to crack the scoring column tonight. 1-0 Southern Maryland. Well, despite a recent injury, Bowling moving with some speed, able to get home well in time. And still 2 men on for Nick Flores. The 1-0. Slider that drops in, strike 1. Davis has been working the breaking stuff incredibly well this evening. Senators got the leadoff double from Bowling, the 1-1. Swinging a bouncer to short. Gloved by Song. And he will gun down Flores to end the inning. Senators got the first run of the night. 1-0 Southern Maryland in front. We go to the 3rd inning. Senators and Grays.